what the whole history was of it?
I mean, I just know that the Transgender Day of Visibility has been March 31st for a while.
15 years.
15 years.
Biden's...
Easter changes every Sunday.
Exactly. Every year.
Every year.
Yeah, because it's on a Sunday.
Every year.
Yeah.
So it's like, how did somebody even put those two things together?
So he declared it the day 3 years ago when it obviously wasn't the same day as fucking Easter.
Yeah.
But then it comes around now and it's the same day as Easter. Now, would he have done it within the same year? Of course not. Now he's tricky. He's going, what do we do? It's going to be on Easter. Fuck, they're going to think that I wanted it to be Easter Sunday. Should we move the day? If we do that, we piss off all the gay people and the liberals and the progressives.
Yeah.
If we don't move it, then we have the right, tearing us up. This is fucked up, yada, yada, yada. But here's my issue with that is just like there are people that know that the issue is way more complicated than it presents. And
is that a complicated issue?
No. Meaning like they know what I just said.
Okay.
But they're purposely ignoring it and putting out headlines like Biden declares Easter Sunday Trans Visibility Day. And when there's too much money to be made off that outrage, you continue to make the money.
Jesus
That's
Christ,
what it is.
Man.
That's what as simple as that.
But there's no checks and balances. Nobody at Fox says, listen, man, Easter Sunday changes every year, y'all. Like this is not, we know this isn't factual. Nobody at MSNBC or CNN goes, look, man, let's not act like we can't show this image. Even if you want to rant and rave about the image and talk about it was terrible for Trump to post, I understand that. But to act like that's the worst shit we've seen.
If it bleeds, it leads.
That ain't even bleeding.
But the people think it, like the people are just waiting to gnaw on that. They're waiting to chomp
There's
on that.
enough things bleeding.
You're right, bro.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
stupid.
Like, we can find some real things that are bleeding.
Trust me, I agree with you 1,000%. It's the dumbest fucking waste of time ever, and it's just so. And when I see so much of it posted out there, after you know the truth and you see so much posted, you start to not trust anything.
Nothing.
Like any headline that's interesting that I see. I saw one guy post this, and it was like he posted a video or picture of the LSU team not being present for the national anthem, right? Mm-hmm. And then goes, Iowa just beats LSU team that skipped out on the national anthem or something like that. When they skipped out, I think it was last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But so it's not inaccurate to say that Iowa beat the team that skipped out on the national anthem.
It just didn't happen this year.
But it's presented as if it happened this year because that is blood. Mm-hmm.
What you just said is why a sense of pragmatism sets in with all of these different situations and we all get numb to everything.
Yep.
Because if you have such outrage over stuff like the pickup truck or the Transgender Day of Visibility falling on Easter this year, if you make that kind of noise about that, when something is really wrong, when there's something that you really need to get people riled up about, we won't give a flying fuck.
We don't care now.
We don't care.
We're in the era of don't care, and
that's right.
quote unquote, they create it. The media create it. When you feed us enough bullshit, and we're also guilty of it as well. Like private media or like what independent media also puts out bullshit. It's just as biased. Yeah. Like everybody's biased, but we're in the age of don't care. The things that are crazy that people have said, we're desensitized to. Like insane things. We just came out of the age of if you say one thing that's kind of wrong, you're canceled forever. That's and now it feels like we are in the polar opposite of that, where it's say whatever the fuck you want, and 24 hours later, nobody even remembers.
Because everybody, they call it flooding the zone with shit. Mm-hmm. Right, Chris?
Well, that's the Republican term. Yeah.
Republican term, but I love that term. I think it's a great term. Steve Bannon created it.
What does it mean?
Tell them what it means, Chris.
I think it's just throwing so much disinformation out there that it becomes impossible to
tell what is true and what is false.
The whole place is flooded with shit.
Yep.
All the zones are flooded with shit.
Yep.
I can't sift through all this shit to find what's real and what's not. So guess what I end up doing?
Not looking at any of it.
Not a goddamn
not
thing.
Caring about
I don't even give a fuck. Have at it, y'all.
Isn't that it? No, but it's true. I found myself doing the same thing. Like I read the headline and I think I texted the group. I was like, "There's no way that this is real."
Which one?
The transgender day, like on Easter. We're in an election cycle. There's no way that Biden's team, right? I'm not even saying Biden's making the decision. His team would purposely make Transgender Visibility Day the same as Easter if it was up to them.
I knew it wasn't real simply because I'm like, Easter changes every year.
Exactly.
But like I knew that before.
As
soon as I saw the headline, I'm like, but Easter changes every year.
But didn't they make it seem like he declared it this year? Exactly.
Yes. And if you don't know any better, you just see the headline and go at it. Motherfuckers start leaving comments, start reposting this and that. Now all of a sudden the lie has traveled all the way around the world.
Bro, you know what?
Before the truth even put his shoes on.
I thought that, you know how like Instagram went down on yesterday?
I didn't know that.
So it went down for a few hours.
I like the lie of that somebody
did it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a way better lie.
Yeah.
But I thought that Instagram went down simply because April Fools creates so much misinformation because that's the game. Like, just say something false to get people for April Fools. So I thought it was meta. But what happens is 2 weeks later, when that meme is still out there, you don't know it was dropped on April 1st. So now there's this piece of information that's not true that's pushed out there from maybe like a source that you kind of believe. And now you forgot about the date. So I thought when this Instagram went down, I was like, oh, this is Facebook choosing to control misinformation by just logging everybody off, or Facebook and Instagram being down during this time where a lot of misinformation would come out.
I be feeling bad for the people who decide to do something on April 1st and forget it's April Fool's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Like you might do some real important shit or make like a real important announcement.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, get the fuck out of here, April Fools.
I adopted 2 black kids.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, did you?
But no, you really might. He really might have adopted those 2 black kids.
That's the thing.
But nobody gives a fuck.
Nope, we gotta wait till April 2nd.
That's right. So then they see you on April 3rd and they fucking call the police on you for trafficking. Because they're like, why are you with these 2 little black kids for no goddamn reason? Like, and then
Tyrese.
Good old Tyrese. Good old Easter egg head Tyrese.
Come on, Tyrese.
Demands let me read this headline. Tyrese demands apology from Joe Biden after declaring Easter Sunday Transgender Day of Visibility. Pick up your Bible, Mr. President. Jesus don't do politics. Pick up a calendar, Tyrese, okay? And realize that Easter, if you're a Christian, shouldn't you know Easter Sunday changes every year?
Why does it change?
It's something with the solars, the sun and the...
But not even like it should just be on the day that it is.
I'm not reading all of that. And the funny part is, Tyrese ain't even gonna apologize.
No, just move on.
Everything move on.
Move on.
Nobody gives a fuck, because guess what, Tyrese? You're right to somebody. Even though you're wrong in the bigger scheme of things, you're right to a lot of people. So you might as well just be right to those people.
100%.
By the time they figure out you're wrong, it'll be next Easter. Don't even worry about it.
Exactly. But shout out Easter, though. Shout out Jesus. Christ is King.
I don't know what Easter is anymore. What is Easter about?
Say what?
What is Easter about? You know, the history of Easter was that people used to, speaking of Japanese games, sexual games, people used to play hide and go fuck. So they would paint their bodies a bunch of different colors, and then they would go hide. And like if a man found a man, he would have to fuck the man. If a woman found a woman, they would have to fuck. That's where the whole concept of the painted Easter eggs and everything came from.
You let him say these things looking all diesel like that, and you don't do shit? You let him say these things?
That's why the Playboy bunny, that's why the bunny is there, because the bunny represents sex and fertility.
Hold on, I have heard something about that, though.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Bunnies like to fuck, and bunnies have mad kids. That's what they do. Bunnies represent. Look it up. Look up if bunnies represent sex and fertility. Buffy the vampire. Look it up.
Look, y'all just made it.
Look it up, young Diesel.
Okay, no doubt. This is not talking to me nice.
Yo, you look like Meek Mill security right now.
Yes.
You look,
Stop.
yo, you look like you just did a bid with Beanie Siegel. For real, for real.
Keep it up. I can't wait till y'all see the surprise and y'all not gonna have any.
I didn't say nothing.
Say what?
No, I didn't say nothing.
Buffy the Cheesesteak Slayer. Yeah, that's crazy right there.
Look up bunnies and sex. Bunnies and sex. Bunnies symbolize sex.
All right, maybe they do, but what about the rest of the shit you just said? It got nothing to do with
that. I forgot who it was, but there was these group of people who used to paint their bodies, and they used to go play. They used to play hide and go fuck. And if you found the person, whoever you found, you fornicated with them. Bunnies were used as a fertility symbol by various religions, most
Charlamagne.
likely starting
Was
with
this
the
a game
Sumerian
at Diddy's house or something?
Charlamagne.
Ishtar.
What are you
hold
talking?
on. Bunnies were used as a fertility symbol by various religions, most likely starting with the Sumerians and Ishtar, where Easter gets its name. Also used for the ancient pagan holiday Osterara and other various spring festivals. They were used as a fertility symbol since they reproduce prolifically. Look up the Easter. Look up, put Easter and put hide and go fuck.
This is crazy.
Charlamagne,
You really want to die on this one?
you sharing
You
your
really
childhood
think God cares
trauma
about this?
on the podcast.
God knows this is some BS. Bunnies don't even lay eggs. Okay? But y'all got bunnies. Alex, I know you ain't just looking at me like you can't believe it.
That's what I
I
said.
thought it did too.
Nigga,
thought it
we
was
from
like
the
a-
city. We don't got bunnies here, bro.
I thought it was like a
Bunnies don't
chicken.
lay eggs.
They don't like a chicken? I thought they got like 3 or 4 eggs.
Bunnies do not
mammals.
lay eggs.
Man, come on.
What's wrong with you humans?
Yo, I swear to God, I ain't know.
Y'all
that.
don't believe in him for real?
Bunnies lay
Wait,
eggs.
bunnies lay eggs or not?
No.
So then why is it part of the holiday?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, first of all, once again, you think God cares about any of this? God is like, man, if y'all don't get out of here with that stupid shit, like y'all got bunnies laying eggs.
But wait,
y'all
why-
painting Easter eggs. What does any of this have to do with me? If I'm Jesus, I'm like, what does any
Exactly.
of this have to do with me?
Hold on. Bunnies for real? Don't look that up.
No, I had one. They do not lay eggs.
You had a bunny?
I had a bunny before.
What'd you do with it?
It died.
Really? What'd you do with the meat?
I buried him. I didn't eat him.
Nah, you supposed to stew that.
What happened? You
motherfucker.
squeezed them too hard?
Yo,
Oh shit! Holy shit! I'm always down for a good mice and men rap.
yo,
No doubt.
Holy shit!
No doubt.
Holy
No doubt.
yo, what did you bring here that you think is so delicious that we're gonna eat
I know what
hours
it is.
later?
I know what it is.
Is it the pie? Is it your mama's pie?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It
If it's-
doesn't matter,
No,
no.
I'm sorry.
It
Hold
really
on, is
doesn't
it
matter.
your mama's
It really
sweet
doesn't
pie?
matter.
Is it your mama's sweet pie?